So we've taken a little break, and yep, would you believe it? We're on Rottnest Island, and yeah, most of this video was recorded on Rottnest Island. So enjoy. Hello.
Hello, here we are. As my mom says, how can you afford a holiday when you're not working? How is that possible? But yes, first of all, God is good. We're just having a break, just 2 days in Rottnest, thanks to Karma Royal for their free points for accommodation. And we're just gonna distress, just have family time, and yeah, don't think too much about anything, just relax and distress. I said that already, didn't I?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of got to do a lot of work to get, if you want to work on your business, get things off the ground, you got to put a lot of work in at the beginning. And I think that, it can be quite stressful, particularly with everything that's going on as well. It is quite stressful, and I think you need to do some proper self-care activities, take some time out, look after yourself, look after your mental health. That's very important. And look after the people around you as well. I think that's also quite important.
Yes. Since the last video, we have been working hard, compiling or putting together the reasons, just to show you how we got to make the decision that we made up to where we are now. So this is our perspective, how we see things, but of course other people may see things differently, but we just sharing it, what we've compiled based on our perspective.
So I'm going to share with you a video which we got, which sort of showed us that there was something interesting that was going on even before this whole pandemic started. This video, note, it was in September 2019.
Why don't we blow this system up? I mean, obviously we can't just turn off the spigot on the system we have and then say, hey, everyone in the world should get this new vaccine we haven't given to anyone yet. But there must be some way that we grow vaccines mostly in eggs, the way we did in 1947.
In order to make the transition from getting out of the tried and true egg growing, which we know gives us results that can be, beneficial. I mean, we've done well with that, to something that has to be much better. You have to prove that this works. And then you've got to go through all of the clinical trials, phase 1s, phase 2s, phase 3, and then show that this particular product is going to be good over a period of years. That alone, if it works perfectly, is going to take a decade.
There might be a need or even an urgent call for an entity of excitement out there that's completely disruptive, that's not beholden to bureaucratic strings and processes.
So we really do have a problem of how the world perceives influenza, and it's going to be very difficult to change that unless you do it from within and say, I don't care what your perception is, we're going to address the problem in a disruptive way and in an iterative way, because you do need both.
It is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that. Beam it to a number of regional centers if not local, if not even in your home at some point, and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer. Beam it to a number of regional centers, if not local, if not even in your home at some point, and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer.
So he said it's not too crazy to think that this could start in China. But here's the question, did it really start in China? As far as we know, it was December 2019 that the news first broke the story.
The virus was traced back to this now closed seafood and meat market, but tests have so far failed to isolate a source.
As of this morning, there have been 571 cases confirmed by the Chinese government, and 17 people are reported to have died of this new strain of respiratory illness.
We're working very closely with China and other countries, and we think it's going to have a very good ending for us, so that I can assure you.
At the conference today, they gave the virus a name, COVID-19, coronavirus disease.
All right, let's pause there for a minute. I find it fascinating and interesting that it's only 3 months after the COVID started that they decided to start working on a vaccine.
Yeah, that's true. Because HIV is also an RNA virus. How comes they haven't worked on a vaccine for HIV? That's strange.
This is the worst public health crisis for a generation.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Before we get into lockdown, though, we have some evidence or some information that may suggest that the virus may actually have started in a lab as early as September 2019. But you'll have to watch the next episode to see how we uncover this information.
If you like the video, why don't you hit the subscribe button, click the bell, like, comment, and share. It's that easy that I'm going to say again. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell, like, comment, and share. Man, isn't that so easy? Wow.